Hello guys, this is Pap from Pap back at it again, and today we finally have the GAIA version. So first thing first, sorry for the delay. Now that I'm recording, it's the time I said the video would have been out on the channel, so you're gonna see this with an hour of delay, I guess. This was the earliest I could, unfortunately. So this is GAIA. I'm gonna tell you this first. This is just the first version. I have a couple of ideas. One that is more fun than competitive, and the other one that could be good as this one because it implies other mechanics. But time to time, I mean, we have to give time to all the versions to come out, no worries. But before jumping right into it, guys, just a quick reminder: if you enjoy the content, please leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and it really helps me a lot. Let's jump right into it. So I'm here, of course, with Yugi and the new skill that is Spiral leading the Dragon Champions. So these might sound a little bit awkward, so let's start from the skill. Have a look at the skill. So you cannot normal or special summon monsters except Spellcaster Warrior with defense 2100. This is a specific reference to Dark Magician and GAIA, the Fierce Knight. Level 5 Dragon monsters, of course, all the variations of the Cursed Dragon, and Aqua Monster with 2k defense. These, of course, are it's a reference to the Artillery Catapult Turtle, nothing more than that. But there's a but. Excluding special summons not only from the extra deck but also from the hand, and this is the key to play this deck in different ways. Now we have a couple of effects. The first one is basically for your turn 1, and it is basically a searcher. During main phase, you can play one Artillery Catapult Turtle from your hand or deck to your field. Very nice, that is also from your hand, so if you happen to draw your only Artillery Catapult Turtle, you actually can still play and get advantage from the skill. If your opponent controls more cards than you do, add one Polymerization from outside of your deck to your hand and play one Dark Magician from outside of your deck to your field in face down defense position. This is super cool, but it's good only when you go second. In fact, this deck, when you go second, it's crazy, as you will see also from, of course, Levianeer. And super cool, the Polymerization free, and the Dark Magician, of course, makes us have access to Dark Cavalry. That is your main protection against targeting stuff. So let's start from the spice in the main deck. The main deck was Chaos Dragon Levianeer. Of course, nevertheless to say, I bought 3 copies of the Destructor to get 3 copies of the GAIA the Magical Knight, 3 copies of this guy, 3 copies of the Galloping GAIA, so that's the reason. 2 copies of Spiral Fusion are totally fine. I'm playing triple Soldier GAIA the first night for basically it's a reason. The first one is that this guy is an additional attack to in battle phase, is a protection when it comes to when you have the GAIA the Magical Knight of Dragons on the field, because this can also put an attack position monster into defense, and that's super nice to avoid lethal, and also because we're playing the trading version of this. Keep in mind, the Soldier GAIA is also searchable with Galloping GAIA, so there are very few chances in which, very few cases, scenarios where trading is not useful. That's why we're playing triple Dragon Levianeer and triple GAIA the Magical Knight. Only one of the dragons, I feel they're just fine. Of course, when you're going for the main combo that I'm going to explain, of course, and you happen to banish a dragon from the grave, always go for the banish of Dragonfire, because eventually you can special summon the Cursed Dragon back from the grave and get its effect again. This is the Searcher of the Spell Trap card and can be brought out even from the Artillery, because Artillery can just special summon either GAIA or the boy. Pretty simple. So I'm going to explain you now the reason of these choices. The level 8 stuff, a first reason, I wanted to have draw power, and I think this draw power version can be for some of you can be better at 30 cards. Of course, you could play triple Melody of Awakening Dragon to increase the chances of getting the Levianeer. You could even play the Black Luster Soldier eventually if you wanted to. But yeah, I think a little bit more cards could be even better, I would go probably with triple Melody Awakening Dragon and maybe some staples or entrops. I feel that's the best choice. For the extra deck, we have a Spice that is not a surprise because it's what a lot of people thought about, the mana to have a negation alongside the pop. Then we have the one of the Cursed Dragon, super important. You might even play 2 eventually, but I actually suggest to play 2 of this instead of the GAIA the Dragon Champion. This guy that is the normal one easier just because of Dark Magician, the Knight of Dragon Magic. But to be 100% honest with you, I never summon this guy because when you have the choice, you always go for Dark Cavalry. The other spice is Borderlord Furious Dragon. Now, not only for the 2 dragons that we have here, but because of the Legionnaires that are Dark Dragons, you can actually summon a Borderlord that can be super useful to pop additional cards. And also to pop itself to have the board free and be able to normal summon GAIA the Magical Knight without tributing. Now the main combo, actually guys, all the level 8 stuff is also for the Ngirsu. This is your only way out to Lirilusk, for example, Lirilusk. So that's super important, of course, other than the Ngirsu being a very solid option in all the extra decks and in every meta. Also for this destruction protection. And yes, that's it. More versions to come. I'm not gonna tell you which one, of course. I know I don't want to spoil it to you. And yep, with this deck, it was super easy for me to go from Legend rank 2 to 4. I did it literally in no time. That's why I literally started yesterday evening playing this deck, and I just had a couple more duels this morning, and I already had all the replays that you're gonna see, plus, of course, the rank up. So this is definitely card worthy. Again, the 30 card version might be even better for you if you would like. And guys, I think that's it for the explanation. The main combo that you will see repeatedly in the replays, of course, check the replays for the full combos and the different case scenarios. But what I can say definitely is that when you start with your normal combo with GAIA the Magical Knight and this guy, if you have to choose between the 2 dragons, always go for the Cursed Dragon, and you're gonna search the Spiral Fusion. Then with Spiral Fusion and these 2 boys, the first monster you wanna summon is Curse of Dragon, the Magical Knight Dragon, because this guy on summon will get you back the Spiral Fusion you just used, and then because of its effect that says that you can banish monster from your graveyard when you fusion summon a level 7 Dragon Fusion monster, you can use that same Spiral Fusion, banishing the 2 monsters you just sent to grave to summon him. You use those again to summon the GAIA the Magical Knight of Dragons. Keep in mind, with the Spiral Fusion, this huge guy will start at 5200 attack. Super nice, and he also can attack 2 times on monsters. Don't forget the super importance of the Galloping GAIA, because during the battle phase, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects as long as you control GAIA the Dragon Champions. This guy, of course, counts as GAIA the Dragon Champions. Guys, it's all for the explanation. Of course, don't miss the replays to see the full combos and the deck in action. If you have any questions, don't forget to drop them in the comment section down below, and let's jump right into the replays. Here we go, my boys. First replay, interrupting a 5-win streak against Barians. Let's see what we have. It's him to go first, we're going second, and I already can see trade in with the level 8, of course, in end. Let's see what this guy's gonna end on. Let's speed things up. So he's got the triple monsters, the Star Seraph boy. Oh my god, triple draws, 4 draws, what? So 2 sets, 2 monsters. He decided not to exceed summon going forward. I don't know why, but still. We started with trade in, as you can see, to get a couple of more cards. Unlucky to draw the artillery, but I wanted to summon first the GAIA the Magical Knight. Why did I do that? I mean, I could have also waited and used the skill first, because my opponent control the monster that with 2300 attack or more. But keep in mind that you're gonna see some misplaced in these duels, because this was literally just me the first time playing GAIA, so I'm not an expert of the deck. So I started with the boy, summoning, of course, the cursed dragon to get my Galloping Gaia. Why the Galloping Gaia? Because I already had the Spiral Fusion. Then the skill to play the Dark Magician and the Polymerization. At this point, I'm just trying to get safe from the targeting back rows. He understood that and he went with Crackdown, stealing my Gaia, but that's totally fine because we have another one. So I went straight away into Dark Cover. At this point, if that is another targeting back row, we don't care. Galloping Gaia, the only bad thing is now that I can't use the effect to get one more dragon. So again, things were to be done in a different order, I understand that, but just I'm not an expert player, and even though this deck still rocks. So now the skill to get the turtle to summon Gaia. Why this boy? Because I can tribute it to search a level 7 or higher warrior type monster. I'm getting another Gaia, so now I can use Galloping Gaia to get the level 5. So in the end, I didn't lose the +1. Then Spiral Fusion to go first into Curse of a Dragon, the Magical Knight of Dragons. Getting back, this is the main combo. You summon first this guy, you get back the Spiral Fusion, and then you use that again. With the effect of this guy, you can banish stuff from grave if you're summoning a level 7 Dragon Fusion. Boom, Gaia, the Magical Knight of Dragons. And actually what is gonna make him lose is the guy in attack position he just stole. Now, there was delay for this, but we had cavalry with a card in hand, so I actually made sure to always have one card in hand to negate that eventually. So we attack once, we get the boost, and attack a full lethal. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Second duel, my boys. Let's see what we have. Sherry, but seems like it's not Revolution the Flares. So it's got actually Unchained. So Escape is got the Sarama to set the card back. That is the one that pops a monster, actually pops a card. So then he went straight away into Rekia, summoning another guy, and then ending on Abominations. That gets also the other trap card. So he has the one trap to special summon a monster from grave, and another trap to pop one card I control. And then of course he went for the Unchained. So he basically has double interruption, actually potentially 3, because he can link summon with my monster, pop one card I control, and with this special summon from the grave this guy that discards a card and pops. And you're gonna say he has no cards, but well, if we pop one of this, he's gonna able to recycle a card from the hand, a card to the hand. So it's us to go now. We went first with the Galloping Gaia, using the effect to get the dragon. Of course, we're getting the ones that adds a spell trap card. Then Spiral Leading Dragon Champions to get the Dark Magician on the field to be safe from the targeting. But of course, he's got the trap cards at pop, so he went straight away popping the Dark Magician. So no access to our boy Dark Cavalry, but I went into Overload Furious Dragon by using actually Levianeer. Why though? Because use the effect of Disaster, and then now Spiral Leading to get the artillery to get to summon the boy. Use the effect of Unchained Soul of Rage, but guess what? We're chaining Overload to pop itself and pop the Unchained, and that's exactly what happens. Now he's got the third interruption because the Unchained Soul of Rage recycles one of his cards back to his end. So now we can summon the boy, the dragon, the Abominable, to discard a card and pop. Right? Is it done? No, because we still have our normal summon, Gaia the Magical Knight, to summon the Cursed Dragon, get the Spiral Fusion. Here comes the combo. So, going first into the level 5 Fusion Monster, the Fusion Monster gets us the Spiral Fusion back, then Spiral Fusion again, because the Spiral Fusion is not once per turn. Banishing from grave, Gaia the Magical Knight of Dragons. Are we done yet? No, we're not, because we use the Spiral Fusion again, banishing one from grave and the other dragon to have 2 of the big boys, even though just with one we already have lethal. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Here we go on the third win streak against actually this is a mirror match. So let's see what we have here. Beautiful hand right here because we can grab the dragon. We can draw a couple of cards. We're actually chilling. So he started with the Curse of Dragon to get the Spiral Fusion, and he has the classic combo as well. So he's got first the level 5 Dragon Fusion, and then he gets back the Spiral Fusion. He used that straight away to go into the Guide the Magic Knight of Dragons, and then he's got just a back row. So now instead we have also the Curse of the Dragonfire. We started with that and decided to pop straight away. Wrong, guys. If you can pop it, wait always for your opponent to activate one of the effects. Because now, if I draw another Galloping Gaia, I can use that straight away. So wait always for the effect to be activated. So trading to get a couple of draws. Look at that. We got the Dark Magician now, because I wanted to keep the Soldier guy. I was not sure to use trading. That's why I went for that. So at this point, Polymerization to begin with into Dark Cavalry. That's why, because I was afraid of not drawing any warrior monster. That's why I went straight for it. So Dark Cavalry at this point, getting the artillery out, using the effect, Guide the Magical Knight of Dragons. It's got effect evaded, but guess what? We can negate. Treacherous, but guess what? We can negate again, because Dark Cavalry is now once per turn. Negate, negate, and then the boy back, the Curse of Dragon, and you know where this is going. He knew it too, and he scooped. This was the rank up from Legend Rank 2 to 3. That's how you doing, my boys. There you go. Fourth duel, my boys, this time going first. Let's see what we have Holy Guard against, and it's us to go. We have the Galloping Gaia to begin with, grabbing the Cursed Dragon, then the normal summon first. So when you have the boy, try always go first for the normal summon when you control anything, and then you use the skill to get the artillery on the field. So you first do this, you get the Spiral Fusion, then you use the artillery there, using the effect to get the other level 5, then trading to get a couple of draws, Spiral Fusion first, using the level 5 that was not the other one, not the Cursed Dragon, to summon the level 5. We get the Spiral Fusion back. At this point we use Spiral Fusion, banishing from grave, getting the level 7 with the boost, and then double level 5 Xyz into the mana, plus you have of course the protection of the Fierce Knight. Now and we also have Levianeer for further plays. Unfortunately we didn't have enough stuff in the grave in order to have a -1 right there. That's the only bad thing when you're going to be mana, you don't feel the graveyard, at least the turn 1. So it was Sky Striker after Burners, so already starting bad. After Burners to pop the Vimana, that's fine. Then he went with Kagari, Kagari getting the engage back to hand, so he's gonna use that again straight away. First Vector Blast, milling a little bit, then Eagle Booster to make that unaffected, but most of all to have 3 spell cards in the grave, so now that he uses engage, he gets to draw a card. Look at that, that's why I told you that this is the lifesaver. So I used the effect, but was useless actually, because this can't be destroyed, because it's protected by the quick play spell. So he went trying to steal, but guess what? We can just avoid that with Gaia the boy, Gaia the soldier, Gaia the Fierce Knight. At this point, he sets a couple of back rows and then Shizuku to get a search in the end phase. Now it's us to go, but he first add Shark Cannon to steal the Gaia, the Magic Knight of Dragons. I think that's kind of fine, because this is not useful for anything for us, but he can pop, so he can activate the effects of that monster, even though he can't attack. So that was actually a good move. At this point, it's us to go. We got Soldier Gaia to get Gaia the Magical Knight. At this point, Spiral leading to get the Polymerization and the Dark Magician. So I first started with the Levianeer. He went with the pop, of course, popping the Dark Magician, and that was a bad move. You know why? Because now I can't summon Gaia the Magical Knight. That's the bad thing. I can't attack at least for now with Levianeer, so I have to wait. He went with the multi-roll and then going into Ayate. Why? Because he just wanted to start attacking directly. I misplayed, guys. I should have summoned this first. What he had as a back row, actually? He had a Book of Eclipse and Lililusk, actually, a trap card for Lililusk. So we had to wait right now, and we were unlucky with this draw, so we can just attack at this point, not attacking this to avoid the the monster coming back, yet again milling and inflicting more damage. But now we got finally trading to discard the soldier Gaia, get a couple of draws. Now polymerization of the 2 dragons into Borderlord Furious Dragon. Why did I do that? Because Borderlord can pop itself and the back row to go to clear the field and make me able to summon Gaia, get the Cursed Dragon, grab the Spiral Fusion, classic combo now into directly Gaia the Magical Knight of Dragons, plus the effect of Cursed Dragon. Don't forget this, if he sent the grave and you control a Gaia the Dragon Champions, I can actually target it and negate the monster, all the monsters of my opponent's monster's effect with attack less or than or equal to the target that I actually chose. So super nice, but at this point we're just attacking. We got lethal. Why I didn't care, because in the battle phase he can't activate nothing, so of course Ray does not come back. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Here we go, my boys, another replay going first. Let's see what we have. Secret Beast Beaconing, and already starting great with the trade-in, getting the Galloping Gaia, super nice. I got the Soldier Knight. I think I misplayed, guys, because I should have got the boy. What's the name? The Cursed Dragon. But still, Spiral Lady, I got the Turtle. Another misplay, I think, actually here, because I should have summoned first the guy, the Magical Knight, summon this boy on the field, and then get Artillery to get this guy. So a couple of misplays, guys, but again, I'm not the best, but still I managed to end up on the Vimana still. So Curse of Dragon, getting the Spiral Dragon back. At this point, Spiral Fusion, there you go, into Gaia the Magical Knight. Xyz Summon, Vimana is here, and it stopped here, and this is the starting point. At this point, Mystical Space Typhoon to pop that, that's fine. He went with the Chaos Summoning Beast into Linkuriboh, we don't care. Then Chaos Summoning Beast, but guess what? We negate with Vimana, so no searching of the Fallen Paradise. Then here comes the effect of Cursed Dragon, basically negating the effect of Linkuriboh. He's got the effect to play in Amon, and then as soon as he flippy face up, the guy, the Magical Knight, just gets rid of it. It's us to go, banish 2, banish 3 actually, Lavianeer, but it's got Crackdown. Now look at this insane misplay, because I didn't realize I did not have a light monster, so I just banish it dark, so I just shuffle 1 card from his hand back to the deck. That was such a misplay. So at this point, though, we can still use the skill to get the Dark Magician, Polymerization. I went straight away into Borderlord Furious Dragon, and then Dark Magician face up. At this point, first I attack with Vimana, it's got the effect of Linkuriboh, then we chain the effect of Borderlord to pop the Vimana that just attacked, and that was about to see his attack drop to 0, to pop the Crackdown, get my boy back, and attack for lethal. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Last but not least, still going first. Let's see what we have. Bane of Darkness. So it's us to go, and we have trade in to begin with. Galloping Gaia to get this time the correct dragon. Then we went for Artillery, summon Gaia the Magical Knight. That of course will special summon the curse, but it's got the effect Veiler. Is that a problem? Not really, because we can tribute summon the boy, get the Cursed Dragon, and still get Spiral Fusion. Because we have the Soldier Gaia, we can still Fusion Summon, go into the Curse of the Dragon, at this point get the Spiral Fusion back. As always, Spiral Fusion, banishing 2, Guide the Magical Knight with 5200, and then Vimana ending with that. At this point, I still didn't have 3 monsters to go for Lavianeer. Book of Eclipse to begin with. That was tough, but he's got the Buster Blader with Bane of Darkness and Dark Magician, so he's gonna get, of course, the Polymerization and the diffusion wave motion. So he's gonna use the of course the Polymerization to go into Dark Cavalry, using the diffusion wave motion to attack everything, but that's fine. He first used the Recovery Fusion to get the Poly and the Dark Magician back, so he has a couple of negation from targeting, and then diffusion to basically get rid of both my boys, but he still has not lethal. No Book of Eclipse draw because I have no monsters anymore. Trading to begin with, and then I got Gaia the Magical Knight, summoning the Curse of Dragon, grabbing the Spiral Fusion. At this point, first Spiral Fusion to go into Gaia the Magical Knight of Dragons. The Cursed Dragon that just negates that, and he decided to negate it. That's fine, honestly. He just wasted a card, because at this point I'm just attacking, getting even more boost in the battle phase. Tribute the boy, summon the Soldier Gaia, going for lethal. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go, and as you can see from the glowing background, this was the rank up from Legend rank 3 to 4. Now, it's not that crazy of a turn 1, you just have a pop and a negation. Not that bad, but not that crazy. I mean, we still have also, most of the times, even the Soldier Gaia. It's like playing 6 copies of this, as you can search it, even with Galloping Gaia. So it's kind of like having 3 interruptions. So I know if maybe you want to play this in a more competitive way, you could play 30 cards, triple Melody Awakening Dragon, and maybe just playing 7 back rows. That's what I suggest, as I think this deck goes very well, even under 30 cards. But with this build, I just felt wonderful. It was wonderful to play with this. A lot of draws, stuff from grave, destroying boards easily with a lot of summons, a lot of plays. These felt right. I can't wait to try the other couple versions, but I'm gonna focus first on the other new cards before revisiting this. Anyway, guys, that was all. Hope you enjoyed my Gaia version. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, see you in the next one.